Hey guys, what's going on? Banana156 here with another video. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, do all that stuff. I do read all comments, so make sure to leave one. And dislike the video if you disliked it. And if you disagree with anything I say, leave a comment and we can discuss there. But yeah, so in this video, we will be taking the Sapply values test. It's a lot like the political compass test, except it has like an extra bar on the side with like progressive versus conservative, and that's for like the social values because the political compass test didn't account for social values. But yeah, so we're just going to be taking this test, and it's only 46 questions, which is a little bit shorter than most of the other tests, so I'm going to go a bit more in depth on the questions. But yeah, so the first question is, freedom of business is the best practical way a society can prosper. Freedom of business, agree. Because, yeah, I think that's an agree, because freedom of business just means allowing to open a business, right? Or am I just dumb? I don't know. Charity is a better way of helping those in need than social welfare. Strongly disagree. Charity is reliant on the generosity of wealthy people, and nothing should be reliant on generosity. Social welfare isn't reliant on that and just gives people what they need, which is why it's better. Wages are always fair, as employers know what's best. Knows what a worker's labor is worth. Strongly disagree. No, it's not. You can watch my video on the labor theory of value. It's called Profit is Theft, but I go more in depth on that there. I don't want to, like, if I made a video on one of these questions, I don't want to like go into it as in depth. Wages are always fair, or I guess I must have not hit strongly disagree. It is human nature to be greedy. Strongly disagree. A lot of early societies were like primitive communist societies. They were solely based on sharing, and yeah, no. Exploitation is an outdated term, as the struggles of 1800s of capitalism in the 1800s doesn't exist anymore. Strongly disagree. Exploitation is like the best term to describe what goes on. Like, you exploit people for money. That's like the whole thing of profit. Profit is just wages you don't give your employees, and that's exploitation. Communism is an ideal that can never work in practice. Disagree. I feel like it could only work hundreds of years down the line, if not thousands, but I do think it could work. Taxation of the wealthy is a bad idea. Society would be better off without it. Strongly disagree. The wealthy don't make their money. They exploit people or provide nothing to society through the stock market. The harder you work, the more you progress up the social ladder. This is objectively not true, so disagree. It's objectively not true. If you look at any economic studies, you can see that there is stickiness on the rungs of the economic ladder, and you are most likely to stay in the quintile that you were born into, if not fall. Organizations and corporations cannot be trusted and need regulation by the government. Agree. A government that provides for everyone is an inherently good idea. I don't like government, but that is a good idea, so agree. The current welfare system should be expanded to further combat inequality. Strongly agree. I feel like some of these are obvious, that's why I'm not going over them. But I think it's fairly obvious why the welfare system needs to be expanded. Poor people are at a terrible disadvantage in this country, and it's not getting better. The next question is, land should not be a commodity to be bought and sold. Should not. Strongly agree. I believe that housing is a right, and it needs to be, like, I feel like we should just have housing. Everyone should be a homeowner. That's just how it should be. All industry and the bank should be nationalized. Disagree. It shouldn't be nationalized. It should just be owned by the workers. I don't want it owned by the state. I want it owned by the workers that work there, like in a worker co-op way. Class is the primary division of society. Strongly agree. It's incredible looking at the class, how it's just, even here in America, you can see the different ways the wealthy class or the bourgeois live compared to the working or the proletariat. It's Just crazy. The difference in how bad some people have it for no reason. Economic inequality is too high in the world. Strongly agree. I don't think I need to explain this much. The top X% owns 90% of the wealth or something crazy. I think it's top 4. I don't know. It's something I forgot the exact number. The next question is, sometimes it is right that the government may spy on its citizens to combat extremists and terrorists. Strongly disagree. You have a right to your privacy, and the government can never take that away from you. That should never happen. Authority figures, if morally correct, are a good thing for society. Fuck authority figures. Just fuck them. Disagree. Strength is necessary for any government to succeed. Disagree. No, it's not. Strength in the way that they mean it. I feel like they mean it as a strong leader, we need a strong leader to do something. I don't know. It sounds authoritarian to me. Only the government can fairly and effectively regulate organizations. No. Unions do a good job of this, and worker owns the means of production can do this as well. So, disagree. Society requires structure and bureaucracy in order to function. Current society does, yes, but society as a whole doesn't. So society in the future may not. But currently, yes, it does, so I'm going to have to go agree. Mandatory IDs should be used to ensure public safety. Disagree. In times of, I'm still thinking about that one. I'm not sure. I'm gonna put neutral. I'm not sure. In times of crisis, safety becomes more important than civil liberties. Strongly disagree. Just because, no, that's the same argument they always make, and it's never a good one to make it. It's just bad. If you have nothing to hide, you have nothing to fear. Strongly disagree. They can take your data and they can exploit you for money, and it's just not good. No. The government should be less involved in the day-to-day lives of its citizens. Strongly agree. Without democracy, society is nothing. A society is nothing. I strongly agree. Democracy is everything. Democracy is your God-given right. Even though I don't believe in God, but I just say that. But democracy is incredibly important and the basis of our society, and we need democracy. Jury nullification should be legal. Neutral. I'm not sure. I know it might be fairly obvious, but for some reason I haven't. I can't think. Let's just move on. I just can't think right now. The smaller the government, the freer the people. Agree. The government should stay out of most things, but provide social safety nets and welfare systems like that. The government should at most provide emergency services and law enforcement. Disagree. The police, because it needs to provide welfare and all these other things because of the massive disadvantage for the lower classes of our society. It needs to provide things like welfare and stuff like that. The police was not made to protect the people, but to uphold the status quo by force. I agree to that. Yeah, I agree to that. The police were made to perpetuate systemic racism in this country, and it's not made to protect the people. That's why there's over-policing in areas, and there's things like victimless crime, crimes that shouldn't be crimes. People are getting arrested for. So yeah, state schools are a bad idea because our state shouldn't be influencing our children. Strongly disagree. The state needs to provide education for its students, or not for its students, for its people. Two consenting individuals should be able to do whatever they want with each other, even if it makes me uncomfortable. Strongly agree. An individual's, I don't think I need to explain that one much because, you should be able to do whatever you want. An individual's body is their own property, and they should be able to do anything that they want to it. Strongly agree. It's your body, it's your choice. Do whatever you want. A person should be able to worship whomever or whatever they want. Strongly agree. Do whatever you want. Nudism is perfectly natural. Strongly agree. Or just agree. Animals deserve certain universal rights. Strongly agree. I feel like a lot of these are just self-explanatory on why I would pick them. I think you should be able to do whatever you want. I think animals shouldn't be abused. Yeah. Gender is a social construct and not a natural state of affairs. Strongly agree. The only thing that gender is are gender roles, and once you take those roles away, gender means nothing. And anyone can fulfill any role in society, so it really doesn't matter. And we're down to the last 10 questions as well. Ooh, zooming through this. Law is based on cultural values rather than ethical ones. Aren't justice. I agree to that. Yeah, I agree to that. Autonomy of the body extends even to minors, the mentally ill, and serious criminals. Strongly agree. Homosexuality is against my values. Strongly disagree. I'm sorry I'm not going in depth in these questions as much as I should. But I feel like a lot of them are self-explanatory. Like, you should be able to do whatever you want, and it's your bodily autonomy, it's yours, you should have it. The next question is, transgender individuals should not be able to adopt children. Strongly disagree. They're people and they're just as good as parents as everyone else, and there's no studies showing that they're bad. And yeah, transgender people are awesome. Drugs are harmful and should be banned. Strongly disagree. Your body, your choice, and it's a victimless crime. So yeah, it's fine. Just do whatever you want. The death penalty shouldn't exist or should exist for certain crimes. Strongly disagree. The death penalty shouldn't exist. It's incredibly inhumane and just bad for everyone involved. Victimless crimes should still be punished. Strongly disagree. One cannot be moral without religion. Oh, strongly disagree. Yes, you can. Most people that aren't religious are more moral than the people that are. It's last two questions, but parents should hold absolute power over their children as they are older and more experienced. No, they shouldn't. That's just will make the kid resent the parents more and make them hate everything. And it's just a bad recipe. It's a recipe for disaster. So disagree. Multiculturalism is bad for the final question. Strongly disagree. Okay, so did you complete the test in a serious or at least an unironic manner? Yes, I'd like to anonymously. Yes, but get me to the results. Yes, but get me to the results. I just want to see the results. Okay, so I'm very progressive, and I'm on the on the left-right axis, I'm 6.67 points to the left, and I am on the authority versus liberty axis, I'm 4 to liberty, and progressive versus conservative, I am 9 points to progressive. So yeah, you'll be able to see these results on my Twitter if you want to. But yeah, thank you all for watching the video. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, do all that stuff. I do read all comments, so make sure to leave one. And if you dislike the video, leave a dislike. And if you disagree with anything I said, leave a dislike, or not leave a dislike, leave a comment and we can discuss it there. But yeah, those are my results on the Sapply values test. Thank you all for watching, and last week. I'm sorry, guys. I'll see you guys next week.